Hey everybody, Brock Freddy here, helping you enjoy your ride. It is another amazingly beautiful day. The car that you see behind me is my favorite FSport sedan that Lexus makes. It's the 306 horsepower 2016 Lexus IS350 FSport. Here is something that I like you very muchy about the front end. I love that big spindle grille. There's no doubt that that is a Lexus. The daytime running lights right there are pretty hot as well. That looks really neat as the sun's going down, if it's dusk, and those light up just beautifully. As LED headlights right there as well, high beams and low beams. The FSport package gives you 18-inch FSport split 5-spoke wheels, an FSport front bumper and spindle grille, LED low and high beam headlights, sticky summer tires for gripping in corners, a sick FSport instrument cluster that can do this, heated and ventilated front FSport seats, perforated shift knob, black headliner, aluminum pedals or aluminum pedals, adaptive variable suspension with Sport Plus mode, FSport steering wheel with paddle shifters, upshift and downshift on the left side. The front brakes are ventilated, which means there's a channel that passes down in the middle of the brake itself, and it allows the brakes to be cooled while you're driving to reduce the likelihood of brake fade. You can see that there are signals integrated into the outer mirrors. Check out that amazing red FSport interior. There are little dimples on top of the door handles, and that is where you touch to lock the doors whenever you have the key fob on your person. Shark fin antenna, sunroof. A lot of people point out that there's a line right there, and that is by design. That's basically just a sticker to help the car from being that part of the door being dinged up by your shoes. The rear brakes are also ventilated. There's that same channel that passes down into the middle of that rotor to reduce the likelihood of brake fade during intense driving. You can see how all the lines kind of come together on this car. The line that starts down there comes all the way down to the end. Then the roof line comes all the way down, and it actually kind of meets here. And then this line goes all the way around and wraps itself around the back of the car. Dual exhaust, and you can see how the spindle design kind of is mimicked in the back. You know, that big aggressive front grille, you have kind of the same type of spindle design there in the back. I would love to hear what your opinions are of the exterior of this IS350 FSport. Leave that in the comment section below. I'd love to interact with you. Also, if you have any other questions about the exterior of it, please be sure to let me know. I'd love an opportunity to answer any questions for you. I say we pop the hood and take a look at the heart of the beast. Okay, under the hood of this baby is a 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6 engine with 306 horsepower, 277 foot-pounds of torque. You can hear a ticking there, tick, 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 tick. High pressure fuel injectors doing their thing, making it run as efficiently as possible. And right here you can see little dimples kind of there under the hood, and they match right over here. and that is going to be a crumple zone. So that could possibly save your life. In the event of a severe front collision, that part of the hood that matches over on the left and the right is going to fold and do like an A-frame tent and stay out of the cabin. Trust me, you don't want that thing coming into you if you ever have a severe collision with anything else. It also has an 8-speed automatic transmission with steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. The front suspension is double wishbone and the rear suspension is multi-link. This IS350 also has something called VDIM, or Vehicle Dynamics Integrated Management. And just as the name implies, vehicle dynamics, it has a feature that feature ties in some of the safety features in the car, like brake assist, electronic brake force distribution, traction control, and a couple of others. I think it's 5. But it basically ties all of those in together to make those proactive, basically in the event of severe driving conditions, or like a wreck, or maneuvers where you're trying to get out of a bad situation. It makes us proactive so that they work together instead of reacting and working independently of each other. Vehicle Dynamics Integrated Management. Another thing that it has is location-specific tire pressure monitor system. There's a little gauge inside the instrument cluster that you can see the tire pressure according to each tire. I love how the rear seats fold. You can actually take the seats, and there is a little thing right here, and you can pull that down, and it causes the rear seats to fold down and up. And that obviously is in the event that you have something that you want to store that's bigger than your trunk. You can shove it through there. There's your rear seat. It is a 5-passenger vehicle, although you're going to be pretty tight back there with 5 normal sized people as opposed to abnormal sized people. I don't know what that means. Airbags here, you see that little tag there? That is an airbag on the outer portion of the rear seats. You also have side curtain airbags that go all the way back. You also have airbags that are out on the outer portions of the front seats as well. You can see that tag there, airbag, and side curtain airbags that go from the front to the back. You also have a driver's side knee airbag, a passenger side knee airbag, an airbag in your steering wheel, and an airbag in your dash. Airbags all over the place. Since this one is an FSport, the bolstering on the seats in the front is more pronounced than in a non-FSport vehicle, and that bolstering is right here. So you can see these wings that basically support you while you're driving, and that's to keep you in your seat in the event that you're really pushing it hard in and out of curves. Have steering wheel mounted controls. On the left side is going to be audio controls. You also have Bluetooth and voice commands, and on the right side of the steering wheel you have your operation for this is the multi-directional keypad for the center gauges and information display, and also the pages icon. That's what you can move the speedometer and back and forth with, and also your back arrow. So check out what happens when I press this button. That is just cool. And there's lots and lots of information right here in this information display, and whenever you can control that with this button here, this multi-directional keypad right there. Your center console right there, you have controls for climate, and you have these little silver bars right there that you can move up and down, and that has to do with your temperature controls. You can also press the blue or just press the red to adjust the temperature there. So the way to think of this is this line and up is going to be climate controls, and this line and down is going to be audio controls. It's very obvious where your heated and ventilated seat controls are, and right here is your multi-information display audio menu that controls all kinds of different things in the car, setup and everything like that. Back arrow, and then this little dial here allows you to choose a selection, and then pressing on that button allows you to make that selection. And selectable drive modes: eco, normal, and sport. And since it's an FSport, this one also has Sport Plus, so you can turn it left, and that controls something called throttle mapping that makes it require more pedal travel, pressing the gas pedal down further to achieve speed. It also pulls back a fan speed on the climate control system, causing it to pull power away from the climate control system to make it more fuel efficient. Then you have Sport and Sport Plus. That changes your throttle mapping, it changes your suspension system, and it also changes your transmission shift points. So that makes it a little bit more fun to drive. And then in normal, you can just push it for normal, and it's basically a combination of eco and sport. The same amount of power is available in each mode. It's just the delivery of the power that changes in mode. Traction control off. Snow mode. Snow mode changes the way the transmission shifts in order to make it less likely to have wheel slippage in bad weather. Your 8-speed transmission, whenever you're in park, you can just push it to the right and then pull it straight down, and that is drive. That's regular drive, so you can just hop in and put it in drive and go ahead about your way. If at any time you want to flip it over, you can, and you can go to M, and that allows you to change gears manually. You downshift that way, you upshift that way, or you could use your paddle shifters if you so choose. You upshift on the right and you downshift on the left. Your turn signal stalk is here, and the way that works is you can just press it up gently without fully engaging it, and it will blink 3 times. That's like a lane change blink. You can fully engage it, and then it will continuously blink in case you're at a stop sign or a stoplight. And auto is here, and that makes it work so that your headlights cut on automatically at night. And then you have DRL off. That cuts off the daytime running lights, those sweet little LED strips up front. And then you have parking lights, headlights on manually. You can push it forward to engage the brights. Here are your windshield wipers, and you can pull it toward you to wash the window, and you can push it up to wipe once, and you can pull it down to continuously wipe and by engaging it, and then you can push it up. And then you can push it up again, and that cuts it off. Intermittent control is here. Controls the intermittent speed. Push button start right there. All you do is put your foot on the brake, and that allows it to cut on whenever you press the button. I'm going to be using this multi-information controller here, so I'm going to be turning it and I'm going to be pressing it down, but you can also nudge it up and down if you want to. I find it's easier to turn it up and down, to go up and down, but you can nudge it right, you can nudge it left, you can press and turn. So that's what I'm going to be using to make my selections while I'm demonstrating the multi-information display right there. The radio screen, you access that by pressing audio down here in the center console. I can turn it left and right to see different selections. If I wanted to listen to a certain radio station, I just press down and that takes me to that station. You can see on the right there beside 98.7 it says HD2, which means this station broadcast in high definition. And that just basically means it sounds better, and I can also pause live radio as well. That's actually a pretty cool feature. I just nudged the multi-information controller, the remote touch controller here. I nudged it to the left, and I can go scan, seek, I can tag. Tag allows me to store music information, so the next time I hook up my iPod, I can be reminded to buy a certain song on iTunes. Multicast allows me to use the full bandwidth of any HD FM radio station. Traffic, it takes me to any station that's broadcasting pertinent traffic information. HD radio right there. radio settings, sound settings, and scan. I can hit the back arrow. You see on the right side of the screen, the far right, there's a little back arrow icon. That same icon is down here by my hand. I can press that. And so now that takes me, now you see to the right of that selector right there, it says set 12 of 36. I'm going to turn this and I can see that I have 36 preset stations. And the reason you have 36 is because you can memorize AM, FM, and XM on any one set, or all 6 sets if you want to. I just pressed menu down by my hand and I can turn the dial and I can see display, radio, setup. This is where you're going to change all of the different custom controls in the car. Setup allows you to control all kinds of different things that are specific to how you want your car to operate. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope this helps you enjoy your ride. Remember to subscribe and have a great day. Thanks for watching.